Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Kelpy from CZT Yoko Kageyama, and I hope I pronounced that right. Oh my goodness. So we had a lot of fun with this on our Tough Tangle Tuesday session. Oh my goodness. It's an interesting one. All right, so we'll just get started. Starts off easy enough with pairs of lines. I'll make sure I got the right pen here. I'm going to come from off of the edge. And of course, just like everything, up to you. How wide, how long these are. I'll make this one a little longer. And okay, we'll end it going off the page. We'll see how that works. All right. Then this is kind of similar to some other things like this. All of a sudden, like, oh, that looks like lace. Yep. And we're gonna cap them off similar-ish. We're gonna do because there are other options, but we're gonna do just a C-shaped curve line like that. So I as I hold it this way, I'm saying it's smiley faces. And you want to extend the line over just a little bit. I'm avoiding the temptation. Oh, this is almost like we're doing Tucker, the tangle enhancer, that is. Okay. Oh, and actually, well, now where did I put my little sample? Oh, here it is. I did end up making it like Tucker, where I had some empty. I'll show you in a little bit. All right. Where I had empty space. I'm like, yeah, I didn't take it past that. Oh, yeah, let's just make that into Tucker. Perfect. Okay, next. So I'm going to keep bringing it back to this way, but I'm going to turn the tile so that way my hand is comfortable. All right. And I let you know that because I've had some people like, oh, they get confused when I'm turning the tile too much. So I just want to let you know that. I will work my best to put it back to center. Okay. What we're going to do, first step. Now, do take a look at the For More Inspiration links. Link. There's only one link there. But do scroll down past because I stopped where the sample was for Kelpy, not venturing any further on to see that there are variations there. So do take a look, and no, I'm not going to add them here because I'm like, oh, okay, that's going to take a bit of work. I want to work them out because it is an interesting tangle. It really is, and I like figuring these things out. So I will probably I'll throw a video here as soon as I get something done, and with the step outs, because there's a heart-shaped one and a squared off one. Really, really neat, but I want to work them out, and I will do separate videos on those, just so you know. All right, so we're gonna go with the tops of these sections. I keep trying to find the right way to say, where we're at, and sometimes it's just difficult. All right, so I'm going to start here, and going to use a little bit of takeoff and land. And so I'm going to trace over a little bit of this because this is going to be our little runway. So I'm coming up, nice C-shaped curve line, and it's going to land there. Because we're going to pretend this is a really long one and it ends up here. Okay. But the other ones, so for instance here, like I said, we're working on just the tops. This one, it's going to land right here. Like that. As soon as I do that, I see poke root, an upside down poke root. All right. And we're always going to the same place. And I might come back here with what do I want to say? Working it off the page. I'm just not sure at the moment. Okay. Next. Now, oh wait, before I say next. So essentially there's 2 rings and this, we'll call it, a ribbon or, a rod going through, whatever way you want to look at it. I'll call it a ribbon. All right. So this is ring 1. And so we've worked on the outside of that ring. Now we're going to do the inside. And that, so I'm going to, same idea. We're taking off and landing. So I'm going to come off of here. And that one is going off the page. This, and you decide how thick or thin you want that. I kind of think I like the idea of having this bit a little bit thinner, but that's just me for this one. Like that. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to work on the second ring. This one I did have trouble deciphering kind of, it's not what went where, but kind of. All right, so what I decided it looked like is we're just going to do a C-shaped curve line here. So kind of right around the opening. And this is why this is also why I like to include, and actually I insist on including links from the creator of the Tangle, so you can go see this from their hand, and and make up your own mind. I'm deciding what I see and what I think it makes sense, but that's why I want you to make sure you go and take a look at that. Okay, this one probably could have been curved a little bit more. We'll see. All right, so like this. Now what we've done is we're starting, this is going to be the inside of the second ring, okay, or one half of it. This is the left half, I guess we could say. Next bit 2, you decide how thin or thick you want this. I'm going to land it right here. So I'm going to go with the whole narrow at the top, thicker at the bottom idea. And then here, I'm going to start here. So it's essentially as if we're hollow bowing. If you were drawing here, we're not going to see that, right? Like that. Oh, and I did do this one, so I guess we're going to go off of the page with some of this. So I might as well, there we go, make up what would be there. This one, yeah, it's going to go off the page. Okay. And so as you're seeing it now, we just have 2 halves, half of each ring there. All right. Now, and honestly, as I'm looking at, and I did divide up the steps. So I have 10 steps in mine, where Yoko has 5. So I split up each of those steps just so that way we can see it a lot easier. I also incorporated some dots where some hollow bow action happens, if that helps. I found that sometimes helpful. So I just started doing that, I don't know, not too long ago, saying, that does help a bit just to see where you're going. So that way it just helps. All right. Oh, and then what I was say is, let's see, I have just completed, this is my step 6, is where we're at. Honestly, the other 2, you could interchange them. So, and as I'm pausing for that to explain, because we're going to work, you can work on either the other half of this or the other half of this. It's neither one hinge on each other, so you can flip up those steps if, for whatever reason, if you want to. Also, I'm doing these independently, so I'm doing all of the same stroke and then coming and doing the next stroke. If you don't want to do that, or especially okay, you've tried it, okay, you get it, you can do this and this together. I think that's why Yoko has them together in her version, in her step outs. I'm the one that has the version. But with any of them, of course, you can do that because it might help with like eyeball confusion and all of that kind of thing. So I want to throw that out there now, so you know. Oh yeah, I can do that. Okay, and that might make it easier because I'm having a heck of a time. That's why I throw that in there. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with my version of the step outs, so it makes some kind of sense. All right, so I am on step 7, and this is where it's like sometimes I decided that I want to do the outside first. Sometimes I decided I want to do the inside first. It just was whatever seemed to help me first. It's like, oh, I see that. Let's get that first. So for this one, I was seeing the inside, and so I'm going to we'll finish this first one. I'm going to see if I can make these nice and round. Okay. And, air drawing, that can help. Because here, I'm not going to have that much, because I'm finishing off this line up there. Maybe a little bit of a mark there, right? So it's, definitely a good practice to do that. Okay. And that one is not going to matter. All right. So I've done the inside. Now I'm going to do the outside. And then it's like, well, I can only see this bit of the line. So we're going to finish that up like this. All right. Here, though, and again, I'm trying to make sure that that my hand's comfortable and you can see all at the same time. Which way do I want to go? It seemed like I was having more trouble coming down like this. So maybe I put a little bit of a dot there. This one for sure. Let's see. No. Such a hard decision. It really is. Well, let's just go this way. Like that. There we go. And same thing here. And honestly, I keep thinking too, maybe I'm overthinking things. Oh, entirely possible. All right, that one could have been a little bit better, but it's all okay. And here, let's see, if we were continuing that, we'll just do like that. Okay, so we have one side that's complete. All right, now let's do the other side. And it's the same idea. As long I'm thinking if okay, I'm working on this side, we're completing the ring, this side completing the ring, it can help to, where you will get a picture. I'm turning the tile for my benefit. I hope. All right, so I'm just going to start here. This one, I think I started on the outside first just because I was seeing it better. Right? So here's and it's like, it's good to just kind of line it up. That way you kind of get a nice idea in your head. So the other thing is, either way I'm doing it, I either have the curve of my hand or the pen's in the way. I don't know which way to go. All right, I'm going to try it this way. Now this one, it's kind of hollowed, this top. I'm imagining it being hollowed in or up here, but actually let's come from below. And I'm remembering I'm doing the outside. So it's going to come up about here because I'm picturing that if it continued, it would go there. Okay. And then, all right. This one we're going to have to imagine also. All right. Now the inside, and this is where, like, I'm right now I'm thinking, yeah, it might have been helpful to do the inside as well, but it's all right. Okay, following that along like that. This one is a little bit hollowed like that. This one, okay, sure. Let's see. Wait a minute. My eyeballs have gotten lost. This is why it might be helpful. That goes with that. This Wow, where does that go? Oh, here was the inside. Inside is what I'm doing. Here's the other side. Okay, let's just do like that. Okay. And we could put a little gap there. Phew! That, my friends, is it. Oh, except for shading. We must do shading. Now, and I'll show you my one of my, well, I could show both. Because like I said, we did have a lot of fun playing with this. And of course, you can add tangles to the inside. You could you could fill in anything, right? We've got the background that you could fill in. Any of the sections, of course. You can add things. All right, let's just well, actually maybe I should do this with some kind of order in mind. Well, that would be crazy talk. I know. Do the center bit first. Okay. And then we'll come the other side. Because there's a lot of over and unders on this. That is for sure. Neat. Okay. I started some of these. Some of them are just going to be, it's just going to be gray. Like here, where it's just this little teeny section. And there. I'm trying to not put so much graphite because it is small. And if we don't have some natural tile color, then it kind of defeats all of the purpose of, because then it's just shaded. Yeah, that's going to work in there too. Oops. This is one of those where there are so many spaces. It's like there's always going to be some place that I forgot, is like right there. But I'm going to use just what's left on the Tortillion. Oh, and over here. Try to do it and minimize the number of times I turn the tile. There will always be some that I miss. That's, well, like right here. This is just going to get filled in. And right here on this other side. And you can see how it's shaping up. You know, this is one. And, well, I did kind of well, now that I'm re-looking at it, wow. The ones that I did earlier, and I'll show you in a second. But this is almost one that it's like, okay, well, this looks like a disaster. And then as you start playing with it, that it just starts, you know, taking on a new look, and all of the bits that you thought were, you know, horrible, well, maybe not so much. Oops, there's another place. And without putting any, you know, tangles or anything in this, just doing the shading, it's turning out rather neat. Oh. And I don't know about you. I enjoy the challenge of it, the puzzle of it. You know, if it's not one that you can just kind of, you know, keep in your memory banks, you know, that's like, well, that is the way it is. But let's put a little bit up here. But I don't know. I still think it's kind of neat. Worth figuring out. You know, you have a sense of accomplishment if you can get it so it looks, you know, pretty good. Yeah, and I'm happy with that. All right. Whew. Hope you hung in there and didn't have to pause and rewind too many times. I would love to know in the chat. This is, well, actually, so the first session I did, and I will get the replays out. I decided to do this with 2 colors. So as I was explaining it, just like I did here, I did, actually it was this way. I did, you know, pink for the one side and blue for the second one. And that did seem to help. Okay, so maybe as you're going through it, and you are going through it again, maybe, give that a try. That could work. And then this was our PM session, and this one I took a little more time, filled some things in, and I tell you, it was just like, okay, this is horrid looking. I was not happy with it, but then I was filling it in, and you know, then I added shading later, and some highlights and some gold pen, well, gold and some metallic green at the top there. And and then I decided, you know, if you stick some of your favorite tangles around it too, that just makes it all the better. Oh, and here's where I threw in the tucker, because I'm like, oh well, look, because we had a couple people that, you know, made them into, I don't know what you would call them, poles of some sort, and modern art decoration, you know. So I'm like, well, you know, fancy fescue just makes me smile, so I'm going to put that around the outside. Filling in helped, and so, you know, where it was kind of the worst, it's like, well, that will be a great course correction right there. So we will fill in that little spot there. I will fill that in, and just shaded the other one. And you know what? Even if it's wonky, like I can see the wonkiness, but at the same time, and then at the same time, I don't care, because it's just interesting looking. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you, I don't know, this might not be a good plug for Tough Tangle Tuesday. Well, maybe it is, because we have fun, we laugh through it, we figure it out. If it, in this case especially, it's like, you know, that's why I had several starts, because, you know, if people get lost, I just want to, the aim is to figure these ones out that are tough. Play with it, but that's the aim. It's like I want to make sure that everyone kind of leaves feeling like they kind of get it, you know, and everybody, like I said, and we have fun, and you know, right along with it. So it's great. So it's a free session. So this is the one that's on the 3rd Tuesday. So if you'd like to join us sometime, go to the description section and scroll down for underneath the links to the step outs. You'll find my link tree. On the link tree, there are 2 links where you can follow me for class postings. So do that. And, you know, if you follow me, then when they get them posted, I think on Eventbrite, I have it set up as an ongoing, like forever class. I can't do that on Facebook, because their recurring events just doesn't work right. So, so those, I post them, you know, as the class is coming up. I should actually post the next one soon, so that way it's just there. But anyway, that's where you'll find them. I also do other free classes on Tuesdays, or excuse me, on Thursdays. Those are always free, and they are not Tough Tangle Tuesday. Every once in a while, I might throw something that is, you know, it didn't look like it was going to be hard, but it ended up being kind of hard. But I do reserve ones like this for our Tough Tangle Tuesday. And this one was definitely worthy of being on it. So, and yeah, like I said, we had a lot of fun along with it. So I hope you'll join us sometime. If you've enjoyed this, please click the like button. If you didn't enjoy it because it's a hard tangle, click the like button anyway if you enjoyed my presentation of it. It's not about did you like the tangle, did you like me? And I hope you did. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, would love to have you be a subscriber. So go ahead and click that as well. Again, description section has step outs and my link tree. I also want to highlight, we have a Tangle Addicts community group on Facebook. So if you happen to be on there, click that link, answer the 4 questions, and then as soon as I see it, we'll let you in. I think I've highlighted everything else. The link tree is self-explanatory. As far as I can tell, I try to look at things from not my brain, from somebody else looking at it, so that way I make sure that it makes sense. But yeah, so super interesting tangle. Let me know in the comments how you did. I'm just curious. Well, and if you happen to be on Facebook and want to join us, please share it there, so that way we can all see and congratulate each other on a job well done. All right, so with that, thank you again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.